glad to see it took all of 2.5 days for Neil to get completely drunk with power.
Yeah. Now we see the real red team. They're here. It was starting to sound like bread team. You know what? That's great too.
I'm on Team Bread. I'm for bread.
Sure.
John?
Now it's just random nouns.
Nouns.
It's like a cult without a leader. That's true.
No. That starting to sound disturbingly like you're shouting kill.
Yeah.
We were.
Took a dark turn real quick.
I was going to ask how you're doing, Red Team, but it's very obvious how you're doing. Drew had a notable statistic.
And I actually read the number backward out of my memory last time. So this is the correct statistic. 618 Wang Wangs have been ordered on this ship to date.
That's just Craig.
237 yesterday.
That's a lot.
Doesn't
273
doesn't
yesterday.
necessarily mean that's how many have been consumed.
Yeah. Somebody's just got 112 lined up on their windowsill.
I just like having them near.
I'm just collecting them because they're gonna accumulate.
It could be worth a
They'll
lot.
appreciate it.
Yeah, it's the new NFT. It's non-fungible Wang Wangs. I don't own the drink, but I own the URL that points to where the drink is stored.
You can't actually drink it.
Yeah, I was sponging my Wang Wang earlier though, so.
Unfortunately, too much information.
We're gonna have a talk.
Mean it that way.
We're gonna have a talk about phrasing right after we get off stage here.
I just wanted to say funge.
And now you have several times.
Sorry.
Everybody have fun tonight.
Everybody wang tonight. And we're back. It is time for morning announcements. Good morning, students. Very rowdy but remarkably compliant. Compliance. Independent thought. I make my own decisions. Okay, so tonight at 2 a.m. there is a time change. Real mixed response to that.
Not sure how you feel about it.
We're changing time completely. The concept of time.
Time will be in base 62.
This ain't your grandpa's time.
Tonight at 2 a.m. all the clocks move to 3 a.m. Ooh, total lost hour. But we gain it back the very next night at 2 a.m. And the clocks go back to 1 a.m. Oh, and Jonathan made a good point last time. You might want to physically change manually your time on your phone because sometimes the time zone doesn't quite match up the way it should with your port of call or not. It's always a question. Always better if you just sort of set it yourself. You could set your time to like 14 o'clock if you really want.
If you want to.
And also, again, as a reminder, if you have downloaded the SCED information into your own iCal or similar personal calendar app, SCED is not built for events that move, much less cross time zones multiple times. So there can sometimes be time errors during those times where our time zones change. So pay attention, and if you normally are getting your info off of your app, maybe just for that day, pay attention to the SCED or the printed schedules to be sure. Because we do not want you to be late to things, especially to get back on the ship. For the folks who signed up to be possibly selected for Ursula Vernon's D&D campaign coming up later this week, the randomly selected winners have been contacted and notified, and they have responded to us already. So if you have not heard from us about whether or not you got into that game, you didn't.
First class has checked in full.
There have been a number of changes to the schedule. As we know, a number of events had to get postponed from yesterday. Those changes have been updated in Sched, and they will be on the printed schedules for tomorrow going forward. One of particular note, by popular demand, there is a second bar crawl scheduled for Thursday at 9:45 p.m. It is called the Legendary Bar Crawl 2. I know what you did last bar crawl. So that is there. Check out for those other changes, including Coach Cruz's Anti-Gravity Derby, which is going to be on Tuesday evening.
In which they allow us to drop things from the top floor of the atrium.
Specific, not anything, not like your mini fridge from your room or anything.
No. That's how we originally pitched it. They said, can you do anything lighter? And we ended up with paper.
Jesus.
You want an independent thought.
Yeah, it was our shame for wanting you to have independent thought. You're right. We did not need you to be self-aware. You're in Judgment Day. We want to already thank all of the New Amsterdam staff who have been so wonderful so far. Serving you drinks, serving you meals, taking care of your cabins, and anything that is going on the ship. They're doing such a fabulous job. I mention this also because there had been some question. To be clear, the standard gratuities are included in your cruise fare already. That said, if you receive exemplary service or want to thank someone in particular for their service, you are welcome to decide to tip them further directly. We've all been through some shit these last couple of years, but the cruising industry in particular has had it hard, the people that work for the cruise industry. We like also for our cruise to have the reputation of having a very kind and generous group of people on board, and we'd love to continue to maintain that. So feel free to thank your Holland America staff that you encounter in any way that you wish, including monetary form. So thank you again. Yeah, we're appointing you the representative up there at the top of all Holland America staff here in the room. Thank you again very much. You did not sign up for this, I know, but thank you very much. Now, finally, before we finish up, we are here on JoCo Cruise 2022 right now, but we would like to talk a little bit about JoCo Cruise 2023. You all at this point have received your onboard booking forms for JoCo 2023. You are the first human beings on the planet to be able to book JoCo Cruise 2023. Here are some important facts regarding JoCo Cruise 2023. Where is it and when is it? It is happening March 5th through 12th, 2023. Yay! So that's actually a Sunday through a Sunday. We have no control over that. It's just when the ships are running that year. But also, you can just change the 2 to a 3 and not forget the dates of next year's cruise. So that's handy. It is sailing to Half Moon Cay, San Juan, Puerto Rico, and a third port to be announced. The port doesn't exist yet. We are summoning it.
We're looking at a number of underwater volcanoes right now. We hope that one of them.
Actually, the red team is going to disembark and go and found the island nation of TBA.
It's the best atoll.
So onboard booking is now open. All cabin types are available, although for some cabin types there are a very limited number of them available, but I know last time around we only had verandas. This time we've improved the process, and any cabin type is available. The grid, which includes all the cabin types and pricing, can be found on your form. You can see it, it's right there.
Oh, and you can also find these details on the TV on your TV menus. So
Yes,
if you want to
yes,
see
there are
it.
slides that include all this information. The prices on that sheet are per cabin, not per person, not per berth. And those prices are shown with all applicable discounts already applied. More on that in a second. Like right now. What are those discounts? Well, first of all, there's the early booking discount of $75 per berth. If you're booking here on board, congratulations, you qualify for the early booking discount. You did it. So those prices are baked into the numbers on the form. Also, there are the returning discounts, the mono-turner and multi-turner. The mono-turner, if you have only attended one previous JoCo cruise, as in if this is your first JoCo cruise, then you get $50 per berth additional off on your booking. If you have been on 2 or more cruises, which means this one plus any previous cruise or more, you get $125 off per berth as well.
There's also the Tina Turner discount, but that doesn't apply to anyone currently booked on this.
That one
cruise.
is simply the best, for sure.
Yeah.
Unless you're here, Tina, in which case you got it.
So these discounts are what are already baked into the prices that are listed on the form. In addition, there is, if you choose to pay the entire balance of your booking all at once when you first book, there's an additional 3% off of your booking cost. And also for any toddlers or children, toddlers being any children under the age of 3 and children being ages 3 and up, the discounts for each of the toddler is for $400 per person and the child is $250 per person as well. So those are all the various discounts available to you.
Per toddler.
Per toddler, yeah.
Per toddler.
No, there's one toddler who gets that discount. Gotta be the first. The payment schedule this year, we've changed up slightly. It used to be flat amounts, and then you would pay the balance at the end. We've now changed the payment schedule based on percentages of the cost of your booking. So upon booking, you'll pay the equivalent of 15% of the cost after all discounts. And then by April 4th, you'll have to have paid 30% of the cost. Then by July 1st, you'll have to have paid 50%. And then by October 3rd, you go up to 70%. And then by the end of this year, you'll have to pay the balance of your booking. And again, those are just percentage based, and those numbers get calculated for you through the booking process. You don't have to sit there with a calculator and
But you
worry.
can if you'd like to.
You're welcome to.
You can check
By
our
all
numbers.
means, check our work, yeah.
Yeah. Also, the cancellation penalties are also changed slightly and based on a percentage of your booking. So up until May 4th of this year, you can cancel with a full refund for any reason. Then after that point and until July 2nd, the cancellation penalty is 30% of the cost of your booking. Then until October 3rd, the cancellation penalty is 50%. Until the end of the year, it is 70%. And then starting from January 1st onward, it's a full penalty. There's no refund if you cancel at that point. So the method has changed, but it essentially works the same way as it has in the past. So all of that said, Drew, how, if people want to use their onboard booking form to book, how do they do it? Who can they talk to? Where do they put it?
All right, well, once you've filled out the form, you're going to want to visit tonight our onboard booking team. Actually, in the back, you can see them waving there on the starboard side, deck 2.
They're very excited to collect your forms.
And they have actually made a very adorable booking form collection box called the Bookie Monster.
They're holding it up.
Yeah, so once they reviewed... What's that?
All bets accepted?
Yeah.
Me like bookies.
Bookies are sometime food.
Yeah. So what? If they
Bookie, start with B.
So if there are people there, this evening they'll review your form before you feed it into the Bookie Monster, just to make sure that it's all filled out. Throughout the week, down to the info desk, or near the info desk in the atrium, there's the onboard booking desk where you can get some more information, review the deck plans, familiarize yourself with the ship that you're currently on, so you might know it. And you can also, if it is not staffed, the Bookie Monster will still be there. So you can feed the Bookie Monster at any time.
And Drew, if you turn in your form, where in the Bookie Monster do you put your payment?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to have to think about I'm on a vacation.
Yeah.
I don't think you're taking advantage of me being drunk on 976 wang wangs. He's gonna take my money. I don't want to have to lay down money for booking this next vacation already while I'm on my first one.
Well, Paul, have I got an amazing piece of news for you. Bookings completed on board JoCo Cruise 2022 don't require payment until after our return to land. When you return to shore, you'll receive an email from booking@jococruise.com within 3 to 4 days after sailing, which is basically the time it takes for me to recover from the final hangover. And I'll import those into our online system. You'll get an email, and then you'll be able to visit your user account and submit a deposit at that time.
Sounds to me like everybody just got a free cruise.
For 7 days or so. And if you're paying in full, that counts for when you actually complete your booking. The clock does not start here.
Yep.
Yup.
That's it.
Good.
And so that's the story of JoCo Cruise 2023. But we're still here on JoCo Cruise 2022, so let the festivities commence.